Ah, a baby beam. What the hell does that even mean? Anyways, check in. Fleet check in. We do have to do. Actually, there's one more alt I want to get in here. I want to get my bounty hunter in this fleet if I can. Apocalypse. Mind if I invite another of my alts? I'll do mine wars and the usual. Find them, no problem. Okay. Let's see what's up. I should be live right now, right? There we go. Who's here? I gotta do the stupid One Punch Man thing first. Okay. Oh wait, no I don't. I did it for the week already. How about Hexchess? What's my Hexchess looking like? Hexchess, I've done... Is this once already or twice? It says weekly rewards 2 out of 3. That's twice already? I have 140 stamina, but I usually have to do nest first. I think I did all 3 nests already. So nest is a no. Okay. Which means I now direct that energy towards purgatory. Which is fine. Give me what I want from purgatory. I highly doubt it, but we shall see. Actually, let me check the market first. Nothing as usual. The alt management be crazy. so wondrous. I gotta use that before the day's over. Okay. Of course it failed. Just to give me generic gloves. I'm really hesitant to use transfer stones on this chick. If I use transfer stones, I have a feeling the moment I start using transfer stones, I'm gonna get the pieces that I transfer. Exactly. I'm waiting till I have like 2, maximum 3 more accessories to go before I do it. What? I'm out of stamina already? Oh shit. Ah, interesting. So for her, for the most part, ain't much to do. I still have to do Hexchess, but I can do that later. I didn't do Hexchess on like 2 characters last night. Which one being Kagamine, the other being Kiluya. I have me to do, but I think I already did all my nests and everything already also. That's a compensation for a terrible tornado, 200. Okay, guys. You're not sure if you should. I mean, which one do you like more? Because I've played both. I kind of like Magiblade more. Well, I do definitely like Magiblade more. But now that you're here, if you want to see the skill build, I could just show you like right here. But I do plan on putting it in the next video. I got some shit to do. What's this? Void. I did that all already. Do I want to do my 3 daily PvPs right now? I don't think so. I'll do that later. Right now I want to do Purgatory. Well, no, I want to do Conquest. Well, what I really want to do is I want to get this bat up. This battle pass on the bat. So I can manage to get to maybe like 25. But 30 is really the goal. I'm gonna do like 2 purgatories, and then I'm gonna dump the rest into conquest. Wait, is there a point? Yeah, no, I only need to do 2. I think I'm gonna just keep doing 2 daily until the bar builds up, and then the rest I'll dump into conquest because that's better money, better resources. Crag? Oh, you know I like you, Crag. For something, yeah, I'm good. So which one do you think you enjoy more, Magi Blade or Starbreaker? That purple is definitely not an insignia, so I don't care. Should I have bid on a Leotids today? No, I need Gorms. I need Gorms and I need... Huh? I need Gorms. I need like 5 Gorms. That's the crazy part. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get 5, but I need 5. I need 2 more Claudiuses and I need 2 more Leotids. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it today. Actually, I'm gonna start working on it tonight. I'm likely gonna be done with it by tomorrow. But I'm pretty much gonna try to cover the whole class, explain the concept of how the class works, the best way to use each skill, if there is a unique way to use each skill, and kind of try to explain how to get the highest DPS. If you ever saw my guides on Wuthering Waves, you'll kind of get an idea of like how I usually do guides. Magic Blade is definitely one of the more demanding classes though, because the way it kind of works is you have this one main skill, Blinding Silhouette, that resets itself if you manage to fulfill this resource requirement before it goes on cooldown. So if you manage to keep resetting the skill over and over and over, a skill that would normally have like a 30-second cooldown, you can use it without any cooldown. You can just repeatedly use it over, like repeatedly I meant to say. So that's why in the thumbnail I pointed out 30 blinding silhouettes, because it's not easy to use 30 blinding silhouettes in one rotation in a minute. That's the purple fruits. I need a gold one for this stupid thing for its main level. One more run. One more run. Oh, my bad. Oh, I didn't realize I did, because I usually just do this. Capture channel 1 campsites can increase mining profits. Ooh, okay. Okay. Let me think. So, got a hat already. So we have the bats. That was level 10. At level 15 I got my pink insignia bag, I think. Let me see. Pet. What am I doing? 15 pink insignia bag. Okay, great. So I just have to do some dailies as well as some weeklies. Weeklies wise, I can do an assist dungeon for 120. That's great. Frenzy for 120. That's great. Taste vintage beverage 2 to 3 times a week. That's 40 points. Oh, I'm already here, so I might as well. It's back up here, right? I think if I go right here, I could do it alone. Damn it. F, I will use crit rate, crit damage down. Yeah, this is fine. So that's points right there. Great. Then now I need what's more dailies? More dailies, say change your appearance. Man, that's just 20 points. I don't care about that right now. Win arena qualifiers, assist in a dungeon, consume energy. I have 200 more energy to consume. Okay. So assist in a dungeon. That's a thing, right? Did I do all of her nest already? Yes, all of her nest is done. So the best thing I can do is I can spend her stamina on Purgatory. I could try to... Oh, Frontier is up. Frontier is up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me try this real quick. You mad, bro? So I'm trying to get hers going. Okay, let me switch back. I'll do that later. It's not necessary right now. What's the fastest way I can get to that 15? Compete, win a round of qualifiers, and Spirit Frenzy. Let's see if anybody wants to do Spirit Frenzy. Wait. Anyone for... Okay, so Frenzy look like it's gonna be a problem to do on this character. Kahori. I guess I can attempt doing it by myself. Kahori. Bounty Hunter. That's my Starbreaker. In this Legion, I do not... You're not here. I believe. Godzilla, Mystic, Storm. Sorry. Oh, Senna's here. Alright, let's do it then. What do you mean? We can do 6-star. Oh, I forgot about that. And I was like, anybody for Frenzy. No wonder nobody replied. Yeah, I forgot. No, it's not open, so I can't do it yet. Um, so what I need to do is I need to get carried through arena. You can help with that? Carried or do it? I mean, it's fine. They said qualifiers, so I'll just do qualifiers. Uh, I can invite you. Okay. I think we'll have to do at least the first one, and then we can skip to the last one after. Because I think if you skip, they don't give you qualifiers. No, I'm talking about for the bounty thing. Because last time I just went straight to the end. I never got the qualifier thing. That's for sure. Is it? It says, but it didn't say sure though. It just said win one round in. Cause I. Okay. But just to be safe, I'll just do it like this because the last time I did, it didn't give it to me. This is sure. Oh. I literally said this is sure. I said I never argued with that. I don't understand. I never argued with that. Why would I do qualifiers of the one I already did? Ah, this dirtbag. One over here.
Your sins are unforgivable.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so that completes the qualifiers requirement. Yes, great. I need to do one more thing that gives like a lot of points. Complete assist after assist in a dungeon is the easiest one. I mean, I do need the resources for my bat from arena altogether. Let me check to see how much the bat needs this. Actually, can I level him? Does it give level up books for the bat? And let's see, arena purple books. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll do the full stroke up then. Wait, what do they mean coming soon? So wait, I can't skip these? Does coming soon mean that I can't do it? Because this is to be challenged. This is skippable at 35. But I guess you can do it prior to 35, and then the last one still says coming soon. Okay. That's fine. Oh, we're good from here. I'll just assist in a dungeon after I burn out my stamina. So I gotta go do 2 purgatories. Because I think she already did all of her nest, right? She did all of her nest? Yes, she did. So I gotta do 2 purgatories. You exit the party so you don't get pulled in. So yeah, right, there's 2 purgatories. Great. And then the rest goes to conquest. So you're trying to learn Cultura from my clear with him, but the gameplay was too fast. Huh. Okay. Actually, wait, so you're trying to learn how to play? It depends, because I do have multiple Cultura videos you could learn from. The guide just kind of like teaches you the advanced stuff. But if you're looking for easier rotations, then some of the earlier videos might be more useful. But yeah, I'd say some of the earlier videos are actually easier. No?
Oh. Yeah.
So what are you trying to learn? Like, I want to say rotations? Or just in general, the idea of how to play them, like, regardless of what character you go to? Because I'd say it's easier if you understand the concept of what you're trying to achieve when you're on him. You kind of have enough time to develop some muscle memory to not really have to think about it. You can just spend more time practicing getting the inputs right. $146, yeah, that's enough. So yeah, watch right there. Try implementing the cancels. It's just normal attack, dash, normal. Yeah, pretty much. The best time to cancel the normal attacks, usually when you press the button, right? There is this frame. If you ever like, what you should do is record yourself, right? So record yourself trying to do it, and you'll notice that in the beginning of his cancels, there's this frame where very early into the cancel, he puts the sword directly above his head. That's the best time to start a dash cancel before the animation fully comes out, because by the time it registers, he will have already landed the first hit, and basically you won't have to deal with committing to the animation, and that saves you the most time. So if you practice doing it that way, canceling right as the weapon is going above his head, then you'll be able to get the cancels fairly consistently. And you want to swap the moment you realize the last hit registered. He'll basically start doing the beginning animation for his death messenger. Then you swap off of him, and you come back before he disappears off the field. You don't need to come back any sooner than when he starts to like turn into the blue light, because anything before that, you might cancel some of the hits of his death messenger. So you kind of want to use that as a hard deadline when he starts to glow blue to possibly leave. But you can come back a little bit earlier if you want. Like if you're able to actually count the hits of the death messenger, and you know when it's completed, you can come back then. I practiced it when Heron used to be up, because Heron Heron was a really easy boss to practice it on. I practiced it on Heron. The equivalent of the bosses that are currently up, I would say I was on earlier, so maybe if you were to try it against, you could probably try it against maybe like the fallacy fight with the two minions, maybe because you're only practicing the cancels anyway. So the fallacy fight with the two minions, because resetting in TOA is pretty easy. So you could try practicing there. And yes, you want to use your ease in your ultimate. Unless you are trying to do 4 death messengers, it might be tight for you. It is possible. And that's like one of the highest skill things you can do, pull off all 3 of the what you call them, the resonant skills while in this ultimate doing 4 death messengers. I don't suggest you try it till much later when you're really confident of playing the character. But if you're just trying to do 3 DMs, you can definitely use the instead of dash canceling, use the press of the E to cancel your basic attack animations. So you'll do like 1, 2, and you cancel the second E with you cancel the second basic attack with E. That's how you'd go about that. Four, like once you get comfortable, getting 4 is not hard. It depends on the characters you're trying to use though. Like using Shorekeeper is harder because she doesn't have like a time slow. Using Verena is easy. Using Yinlin is easy. Using Zhang Liao he has a time slow, so it technically is easier. But trying to use a Shorekeeper in the comp makes it harder because you don't have as much time saved from when you do the ults. But it's not hard, trust me. I haven't played for like 2 months and I went on earlier and I was still able to get the cancels fairly easily. Like once you have that developed muscle memory and like what frame you want to do it on, it kind of gets ingrained in you. It's just that you have to spend a lot of time doing it. I used to spend mad hours practicing just doing the cancels. But once you get it, you get it. But the E's are actually pretty useful to use in ult. Not to mention, when you use the E and you have something like a Lustrous Razor, the resonance skill, and you have a Lustrous Razor, that increases your resonance liberation damage while you're in ult. So you'll be able to get more of the death messengers with the buff on. So it's definitely something you want to practice doing if you're mastering 3 death messengers. Why haven't I played? Alright, so I was playing earlier, but the reason I haven't played WoW much lately is, to be honest, I'm just really bored of the end game, being there's not much to actually enjoy doing, because the game doesn't get harder, the game only gets easier. Like, at this point, you have S0 characters clearing in like 14 seconds. That's kind of silly. The game should be a lot harder, but WoW just refuses to actually implement proper difficulty. So, I just haven't had a reason to actively play as much as I used to, because it just, like, unless I'm making videos, but that's what kept me playing the longest, I want to say, in the past couple of months, was I was making videos. So I had a reason to go back, and I had a reason to sit there for hours and record and da-da-da-da. But without that, I'll just be honest, it's not that fun. Crisis and stuff like that's okay, but I kind of like when the actual endgame mode of the game is supposed to be something like worth sitting there and improving at. And they kind of really didn't have that. I didn't feel like it had that for a while, so I don't know. It just kind of annoys me. Like, if you've seen all my videos recently, it's 20-second clears, 25-second clears, 18-second clears. Like, that's not really that fun. I seem like I'd like Elden. Everybody keeps saying that. I more would like Elden Ring's too slow. Games like Elden Ring to me are too slow. Could it be fun? I guess. But I tend to like faster input games. So when it comes to games I enjoy playing, it's more like fighting games. I would more so enjoy playing Bayonetta and Devil May Cry over Elden Ring. But I hear Elden Ring is good. I hear the Souls games in general are good. I've only played like the beginning parts of Dark Souls 1 and a little bit of Dark Souls 3, and I am not a huge fan because the games are so slow. Like, I'm somebody who doesn't even really like Zelda because of how slow the game is, and I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy, but I don't like slow action games. I kind of like my action games at faster pace. Oh yeah, I hate Genshin. Well, to be fair, I played Genshin for like, in the beginning, I started Genshin during the beginning of COVID because obviously nobody had anything to do, and I saw Diluc and I was like, yo, this character looks kind of cool. So I decided to try Genshin. I played for maybe a day and a half, and then I was like, yeah, there's nothing to do in this game. So from then I never touched it again, and I was never really a part of the Genshin crowd during all of its time, and eventually people seem to start to dislike it as much as I originally disliked it. So I'm like, oh, I guess it wasn't just me. Yeah, I know Brawlhalla. To be fit, what you call it? I haven't played Brawlhalla. I do know it. But let me see here. Hold on. Let me check something real quick. But yeah, I play a lot of Smash Brothers. That's me. I play a lot of Smash Brothers. I play a lot of Blaze Blue. I used to play a lot of Street Fighter growing up. I don't play Street Fighter that much anymore. But I grew up playing Melee a lot, and then I stopped playing Melee. I skipped most of Brawl competitively. I played Smash 4 a little bit competitive, well, semi-competitively. I didn't go to tournaments and stuff. I mostly played on locals or with friends. And Smash Ultimate, I played online a lot, but I haven't played like in any competitive tournaments for Ultimate. Yo, that's all my stamina? Yo! He's being a gremlin.
Your top 300, word? Hey, I mean, that's crazy good.
What game am I best at? The games I'm best at. Alright, so let me see here. Let's omit all the JRPGs because obviously there's no measure of being good at a single player game. Games I'm best at, I would say Smash Brothers. Very good at Smash Brothers, Ultimate in particular. Not amazing at Blaze Blue. I didn't play for that long. I would say, well, I played Blaze Blue Central Fiction more than I played Fighters. When it comes to those 2D fighter games, I'm fairly good at them. I'd say Smash. I would say Guilty Gear, but more so like the accent games. I haven't played Strive. I'm trying to think of what other fighting game do I play. What other fighting game do I play? That's mostly it. No, that's mostly it. DBZ Fighters also, but I didn't play DBZ Fighters much after the first year and a half. But Smash would definitely be the game that I would say I am the most confident in competitively. I main Greninja and well, Greninja, Joker, Sephiroth, essentially. But mostly Sephiroth. Stamina having that burns. Any big achievements? What's my biggest achievements? I did run into and fight, I want to say, and beat 3 top Smash players in online. And yeah, I have good internet connection, so it wasn't a laggy match. But I did run and beat 3 online top players during my time while playing on Wi-Fi. It was Mars, Zero, and I forgot who the third was. Mars, Zero, and I forgot who the third was. But that was like, I want to say around 3 years ago. Maybe 3, around, yeah, it should be like around or within 3 years ago, like 2.5, 3 years ago that happened. Cause I haven't played Smash in like 2 years, I think. But As far as like local tournaments and stuff, I haven't actually done locals. I did locals when I was playing Melee a lot. I used to do what you call it, like local tournaments in the city or in school things, you know, because my school had I guess you could call it anime club. And a lot of people from around the area and from the region would sometimes come through, and we'd play games like Smash, Soul Calibur, in local tournaments, and I won a couple of those. But nothing in the past couple of years, being that I kind of took a backseat when it came to competitive gaming in the last four or 5 years, because you know #life took place at that point. You know, didn't have as much time to go out and do those events anymore. Yeah, it was fun though. I enjoy playing those games. I usually try to have a fighting game on hand that I will play along with other things. Like I was looking forward to that. They have this one what do you call it? This one League of Legends fighting game coming out that I was looking forward to playing recently. I don't know how that's going anymore because I haven't paid attention to it recently. And as far as modern fighting games go, the only one I was somewhat looking at that I wanted to play, but I kind of fell off, was Street Fighter 6. By the time I did have the chance to play it, I was already playing, I think I was playing Naraka. Yeah, I was playing Naraka at the time. If you know what Naraka is, it's like an online, you should try Brawlhalla. My only issue with trying Brawlhalla is I don't like the way the characters look. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm one of them people where my interest in a game has to start with finding one character that I really aesthetically like, and essentially maining and trying that character and maining and grinding with that character. Like that's how come I ended up with Calcharo, because I really like Calcharo despite how bad people were saying he was in the beginning. So I spent a lot of time grinding with him. Same thing for Smash. Like Greninja. What are my mains? In Smash, I mained Roy originally. Then I mained Greninja in 4. Then, well, no, it was Roy, Mewtwo, Greninja, Joker, Sephiroth. So I kind of have a type. My characters have to look a certain kind of cool for me to actually be interested in playing them. And I tend, like for League, the only reason I play League or played League was Yasuo. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm one of them Yasuo weebs. And as bad as I was at League, all of my except for like, I think I have a couple of matches with Kennen and maybe like on one hand count of matches with Zed. In the maybe like 7 years I played League, it was basically just Yasuo. But my interest with playing a game is heavily tied to the character that I'm playing the game through. Yo, wheelchair, don't make fun of wheelchair Yasuo, bro. Wheelchair Yasuo is a lifestyle. That skin is hilarious though. Well, that mod is hilarious. See, that's the funny thing. So with in League, right? Me and my best friend, he plays League excessively. Like he made I think he made Master last year. Yeah, he made Master Eve last year. But I quit League often. I'm not gonna lie to you. League isn't a game I'm in love with because I mostly play League with friends, and then whenever I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play it a little bit seriously, and I go play with the general community, it's like ingesting doses of poison, and it doesn't last. My interest doesn't last very long after that, so I end up playing League for maybe like 2 months at a time, then quitting for like 7 months, and I repeat that cycle. But I have my best friend plays Eve, right? And we spent, I want to say, at least 70% of my time playing League as a bot lane Eve Yasuo duo. And this was even before Eve was reworked. Well, I'm talking like old Evelyn, right?
What the heck is this? But yeah,
Yeah, this was before.
Eve was even reworked. So I just find it funny because he was playing
Eve when she was super bad, but now that she got reworked, I guess he got that much better at her and whatnot. But it was pretty fun. I know Evelyn pretty well because, like I said, he's been maining Evelyn for a shit ton of years. He used to play Shaco before, and then he switched to Eve like maybe like within the first year of League actually being up. Was Evelyn a start? I don't think she was a starting character. When she came out, he started playing Evelyn, and then from there. But before that, I wouldn't say I played Dota. I only played this one mod of Dota called Anime Wars, and that was something I did for back then. But I used to play games like Rumble Fighter. I don't know if you know Rumble Fighter. That game used to be mad fun.
the league. You got to diamond, and your cousin wanted to try it, so you got more time playing it. It's fun. You play TFT.
I used to watch Grappler play. I watched Grappler play TFT rarely. I never actually played the game or gave it too much attention, but it's like a tactical. It looked kind of a little bit more gimmicky to me, so I never paid it full attention. I don't really know how the game works fully, but my only knowledge of TFT is watching Grappler play like maybe 1 or 2 times, because I used to watch him when he used to play Runeterra. Oh, what am I doing? I need tickets. I need tickets. But yeah, I mean, my thing is like gaming wise, to kind of show you why my mentality is so spoiled. I play a lot of JRPGs, right? So I play games like Fire Emblem. I play games like Xenoblade. I mean, even beyond that, I played a ton. My gaming library over the course of my life, I'd say I played at least 300 games by now. But I usually play games in a way where I start the game on the second hardest difficulty, and then I usually fully play it on the hardest difficulty. Like I play Ys on whatever the hell I think it was Nightmare or whatever the hardest difficulty is. So I have a penchant for trying to learn the game through the most restrictive means. My issue with WoW isn't necessarily that there isn't depth, because the game does have depth, even though I think some of the characters they've been making too easy and too strong recently. I just think the bosses don't last very long. Like, for you to actually sit there and practice and learn something and implement it, it was fine when fights were like 45 seconds a minute. I think that's okay, because that's a lot of inputs to do, 45 seconds to a minute. 30 seconds, I'm on the fence about. But now you have S0s killing things in 20 seconds. That's wild.
That shouldn't be happening.
Especially because S0s aren't the pinnacle of the game. So what happens when somebody does something aside from S0? You know? So I'm kind of waiting for them to kind of have a content buff. People complain about it when they buff the HP. I look forward to it. I smile every time I hear a boss got more HP. And I hope they keep doing it.
Yeah, TFT.
But I enjoy tactical. I enjoy turn-based tactical games. So that's the funny thing. I love Fire Emblem. I love Disgaea. I'd say there are more turn-based tactical games I love than not. Because it depends what the game is about. Like if the game has a rule set within its own design that makes the speed of the game make sense, I have no problem with that. My issue with action games being slow, like I don't mind Sekiro. Was it Sekiro? I think if I played Sekiro, which is a travesty that I haven't because I love samurais and I like that style of game, but that game was primarily on PlayStation, and there is just a large portion of my life where I don't mess with PlayStation. I have a PS4. I had a PS2. I had a PS1. I skipped PS3. I've owned every Nintendo console. I don't touch Xbox consoles, so anything Xbox I kind of missed out on by default. But me and the PlayStation audience for a long time just kind of never really sees eye to eye. Like, I love Monster Hunter, but every time Monster Hunter is on the Nintendo system, it tends to be more gameplay focused and fun to me than when it's on a Sony system. So when the games that I like have the PlayStation generation, I tend to just skip those games.
Xenoverse 2, no.
I haven't played Xenoverse 2. Primarily for the reason I just described. Because by the time Xenoverse hit... And the thing is, I don't like playing fighting games on my Switch. It's not... I'd rather play fighting games on the PlayStation, or if it's a Nintendo exclusive fighting game, I'll play it on Nintendo system. But I never played Xenoverse. I did play Fighters though. DBZ Fighters. I don't know if I'd consider Xenoverse really a... I know there's a fighting community behind it, but the Tenkaichi style games I never took seriously. I was more of the Budokai, the OG Budokai games when it came to DBZ fighting games, the 2D fighters. There's only a couple of 3D 2D fighters I take seriously, and they're usually like within the Tekken line of fighting games. But usually, and Clash of Ninjas. Naruto Clash of Ninjas I took more seriously than I took Ultimate Ninja, because Clash of Ninjas was just it competitively had more backbone. But
Those are some old ass games I'm talking about at this point, so I don't even know.
know if anybody even remembers those. What's consignment looking like today? 2.9. My god, everything is so expensive. I need permits. This is a little bit under 15. Yo, what? That's 350, but why are permits so expensive? Yo, that's insane. Were permits always this expensive? 4K for one? That's a mil something.
That's wild. I'm broke.
I can't afford that shit. I'm better off going on my alt and passing over some permits at that point. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to my main and pass for some permits.
That's wild. Yo, I'm telling you, bro.
I grew up playing them games. Clash of Ninjas was the shit. Clash of Ninjas was definitely the shit. I guess it was Gekito Ninja Taizen, but at the time when, because I used to play it when you used to have to homebrew your GameCube, right? And no, was it homebrew? Homebrew was the Wii. You used to have to I forgot what that process was called, where you had to get the damn, you had to get the disc. The freeloader, yeah, the freeloader days. I used to play it during the freeloader days, where it wasn't out in the US, so I had to import those fighting games and play them in Japanese. The first one let's see, the GNT games, yeah. The first, when it came out on I think the first one came out, well, it came out on the Wii, I guess, the Ninja Revolution, but by then they already kind of killed the series, so I never even bothered with that anymore. But yeah, man, that's old school fighters. I wanted to play Guilty Gear Strive though. I don't know. I mean, they did kind of slow down Guilty Gear with Strive, which I'm not in love with. Oh, one more game. Okay, so the game I was really good at, other than Smash, that I forgot to mention was SNK versus Capcom EO2. I don't know if you played much of that, but SNK versus Capcom was my shit. Oh my god. I used to love input heavy games, which is why you see me play Calcharo the way I do with like a lot of cancels, because I used to have to do a lot of ridiculous inputs in fighting games, because I would get characters like Hibiki and SNK, or I'd play Rock doing Neo Deadly Rave and stuff like that. So my hands kind of got acclimated to that kind of action. And games that are too slow, I tend to just, I get bored. And because I get bored while playing, my reflexes slow down because I'm not in that zone all the time like that. So that's my issue with them, is that it's very difficult for me to maintain focus with games that are too slow. Untradables. The untradables of the world. I need to send her some freaking tickets. These are unbound. She can. Ooh, why do I have that much on you? Oh my lord. Yo, bro, share some of the love, man. Send her like 600. She needs like 600. How do you manage to do that? 600. That's good. That's a good amount. Confirm.
Do you play any competitive games now? Also, even Elden Ring is slow. I think you should give it a chance because it has such amazing boss mechanics. Amazing.
To be fair, I think I should. I think I should give Elden Ring a chance at this point. I'll say something that is very fickle of me, and you'll kind of understand why I skip so many games that are considered good games. So I grew up playing games at a point where games were kind of like an unpopular hobby. So the people who I played games with were just like genuine lovers of games, and the conversations around games were just usually more healthy and more fun. But since it became popular, I usually have this visceral feeling to, I want to say, playing really popular things, because I just don't like, it's not a good thing and it's not a good way to be, but it's just something I notice about myself, that when something is popular, I tend to dislike it more than I need to. And then by the time the popularity fades, I already gave myself enough reasons to dislike that thing to never really go back and actually play it, which is bad because I miss a lot of good games that way. And to me, that's kind of what happened with Elden Ring and Dark Souls, being that for a long time, especially, a lot of people were saying Dark Souls is hard, Dark Souls is hard. I don't find Dark Souls hard. I don't think Dark Souls is hard. I think Dark Souls is just a game where if you've never played a lot of older action games and you don't have the habit of memorizing patterns and, you know, having good reflexes, you'll struggle. I think Dark Souls is a good game and I think it's well designed. And for that reason, I should have played it, but I never did because I have a really bad bias that shouldn't have existed in the first place. And because of that, I skipped a lot of games that are good games that I should have played. But looking at it, I think I should. And I think I'm actually going to play
Sekiro. I skipped Sekiro,
which I shouldn't have, because to be honest, Sekiro is a game I would have actually really liked. So I think I'm going to end up playing Sekiro at some point also. And I'm looking forward to the new Nio game or whatever, NIOH. I skipped the first one, not because of those reasons, because I never learned about it until like it was already at a point where the game was probably like maybe 2 years old. And I tend to not like going back and playing games that kind of outlived the initial release, because most games tend to have life service things nowadays, and I've just developed a habit of not playing things past the initial launch point. But that's 3 games I'm planning on actually picking up. Yeah, I think giving Elden Ring a chance is actually a good idea. Sekiro I'll give a chance, and
Nio I'll definitely give a chance.
Same thing. That was the exact reason I didn't watch Attack on Titans. And I constantly have to have that conversation because people be like, how come you didn't watch AOT? And I'm like, I don't watch especially with anime. I do not watch overly popular anime, because just like with games, I was the same way with anime, because, you know, like I said, it was an unpopular hobby, and the only time you really interacted with other people was when they had like a genuine love for it, so the conversations were different. you didn't have as much, as they would say nowadays, posers. Well, not nowadays. People always said that, but you know, it wasn't like a social thing to be into anime, because I used to watch a lot of old school anime like Ninja Scrolls. I see if I can remember some on my Yu Yu Hakusho, Ninja Scrolls. Obviously Naruto before it got super popular, Bleach before it got super popular, Appleseed, just honestly, Samurai Deeper Kyo, like a whole bunch of old school things, Vandred. But then when it hit around the 2010s, where it started to become a social media thing to be into anime, that's when I kind of ducked out of anime, because I'm like, yeah, y'all are nah. So I skipped Fairy Tail, I skipped Attack on Titans, I skipped a bunch of other things that blew up. What's that one? High School of the Dead, skip that. Angel Beats, skip that. Elfen Light I watched. That was because that was still before things got oversaturated. Yeah, Elfen Light I watched. Booster Rankin I watched. Even though Booster Rankin never got popular.
Gantz.
I love Gantz. I'm sorry. Gantz is a hell of a pleasure. Nah. For one, Gantz used to have me feeling some type of way, bro. I would get depression after staying up in high. I remember I missed so many. I have such a bad attendance record of classes in high school, because I used to cut classes out of depression so much from staying up and reading Gantz chapters, and things just used to be so bad in Gantz, bro. I swear to God, that shit used to have me feeling some type of way for years. Yo, right? It's funny how that works. It used to be such an unpopular thing that we used to get made fun. Well, to be fair, in my school, ironically, like my friend group, I was friends with a lot of people that shouldn't have been into anime. So it so ends up that at some point my friend group ended up making anime kind of popular among at least the guys in school. So a lot of people ended up watching it, and it was kind of really not really a stigmatized thing past like freshman and half of sophomore year. But it was generally something that was looked down on outside of that friend group, or outside of that social group. And for many years, I don't think it was till like until I was maybe like 22, 23, people started talking about anime positively. But before that, you were pretty much not outcasted, but looked down on for saying you watch and like anime. And I'm 32 now, so that was a 10 some years ago by the time that change really started to come around. But I mean, things were different back then, man. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm having one of those old people moments where they're like, everything was better during their time. But I feel like things just generally actually were better during those times. I feel like while things technically has gotten better from a technical standpoint, they kind of lost the soul that they used to have up until this point. So I'm kind of having my old man days nowadays whenever the topic of like anime and shit comes up. Same for games. On a whole, games technically have gotten better, I want to say, when it comes to the technical and superficial aspects. But the joy of playing games isn't the same. Mainly because I want to say a lot of people who play games nowadays aren't gamers. So for example, the games that I enjoy normally would have focused more on gameplay and making gameplay and difficulty more enjoyable. But nowadays they focus on things like how good the character's tits look rather than how fun the character is to play. And so many characters in games nowadays is just literally one button. You're just literally pressing one button. And to me, that's disgusting. Because the character looks cool when they're being played, but as far as the enjoyment of playing them, it's just way down. I ended up mixing Catixia because like I was actually really looking forward to Catithia, or whatever her name is. And then one of my friends, with the day she released, sent me a video of them doing, I think they were soloing TOA with her. And I'm just looking at it like, this is disgusting. I couldn't even. So I ended up missing her for that reason. I did get Lupa though. Lupa's fun. I like Lupa. I logged on early. I was playing for a bit, and I got Lupa. I'm probably gonna S3 her before her banner goes away. But I don't know, man. It was like, I would love to make WoW videos still, gameplay wise. I am going to. But I used to do it. I used to make it a point like the moment a patch releases, a TOA releases, I'm already making that new video. But when the fight is lasting like 14 seconds because of a rotation, not 14 seconds, like 18 seconds because of a rotation, I think that's kind of silly. Like, I think the bosses should be a lot tankier, or if you don't want to make them tankier, make the fight less. Make it less direct. Give them more mechanics. Give them more phase transitions or something. I don't know. Break it up a little bit. Exactly. Exactly. That, if I was to summarize everything I was trying to say in the last 20 minutes, you said it right there. There's not enough competitive games, and when there is, it's being looked down on for being competitive. And to me, that's just really sad, because a lot of those games only ever get the initial hype they get because of that you know, competitive community. Because the competitive community is usually what originally puts hype behind games, and then the casuals latch on. But the companies nowadays only ever seem to want to cater to the casuals. So at that point, I'm just like, well, you're not making games for me, so why am I playing your game? I love a game that can acknowledge the fact that I'm a human being and I have the ability to learn and adapt. If something is difficult in the beginning, I have no problem with that. I think that's a good thing, that games challenge you in the initial parts, and then over time you adjust and learn, right? Like that, I spent a good amount of time playing Final Fantasy 14, and if you've ever played FF14, have you ever tried to do a raid in one of those games? I don't know if you play MMOs, but you will fail for so many hours before you ever succeed. And a lot of the times, honestly, succeeding that one time is probably the greatest feeling in the world, when you know you fail so much on one thing, because it kind of shows you your own growth. How much you've been able to grow in that period of time. So what was very good for you? Oh yes, you're still on the 4th day. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. I would say it's not a very restrictive game. You won't need to have many specific things to do well at WoW. The better you get at the game, the easier the game gets, and that's not necessarily a negative thing, in a sense of like, you can do almost any challenge with let's say, for example, Calcharo. He can take on anything in the game, no matter how hard that it's supposed to be. You just have to be good to make it happen. And that's something I like about WoW, is that it's not very restrictive. Like, it doesn't tell you, oh, you do half damage because you are... Other than TOA that sometimes does that, it doesn't restrict you for trying to use a character that you enjoy using. Invest in what you like. make sure you get Shorekeeper if you haven't got. Well, you said you started recently, so make sure you get Shorekeeper. You'll need a Verena. Verena is very good and important in the early parts. Shorekeeper is something you really want to have. I don't think there's another character like Shorekeeper and Verena at the moment. So those two are two characters you want to prioritize being able to get. Chang Li, if you have a chance, if you enjoy, I want to say, playing the game well, you're gonna want a Chang Li. You're gonna want Calcharo. You're gonna want, let me see, Chang Li, Calcharo. I wouldn't even put any other characters on that list, to be honest.
Chang Li, Calcharo. You're gonna want those two. It's extremely free-to-play friendly. It is.
I would not take that away from Wuthering Waves. You can do a lot and get a lot by being free-to-play. So you will enjoy it. That's no issue. You don't need to chase signature weapons if you're free to play. There are just certain ones you want to try to have, like for sword you want to try to have a Chang Li signature weapon. It's really good to give to many other sword characters. For Calcharo, if you want to use right now, since Lupa, I would say Lupa's signature weapon is probably Calcharo's best signature weapon. But other than that, Calcharo is really good with the Lustrous Razor. Till this day, I still use him with Lustrous Razor despite all of the signature weapons. It's the best standard weapon. It's the best weapon to me for him. Maybe not since Lupa. I'd have to test out with Lupa, but I just got her today. I'm supposed to probably gonna make a video comparing weapons with Calcharo and her weapons to see how it is and stuff. I'm gonna make war videos soon. It's just, you know, what I enjoyed kind of got murked a bit, so I gotta find a new reason or a new way to enjoy making videos for WoW. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I said, it sucks when playing the game well means the fight is now a 10-second fight.
Shouldn't be like that. Do I stream on Twitch?
No, I stream on YouTube. I don't have a very good relationship with Twitch, so I don't stream on Twitch. I've tried streaming on Twitch a bunch of times. One, nobody ever watches. That's one. There's a couple of times I've played a couple of games and people that did watch, so I can't say nobody ever watches. But in general, Twitch isn't really. I've gotten far less visibility trying to stream on Twitch, and not to mention the way Twitch moderates isn't fun. That's not something I really enjoy. Okay, so I did all of this, running around in circles. Let me go back to my main. I haven't used Killia's stamina.
Have I tried Kick? Nah, but I don't think. I mean,
I haven't seen Kick as a streaming platform for gaming. I think from what I've seen, it's been more for those more social streams. I haven't tried it, but from what I've seen, that's my impression of Kick so far. It just seems more like a social stream kind of thing, where it's more for the drama or more for those in real life streamers. I hope it becomes more of a gamer friendly thing, but I haven't seen that recently. What is this, 19? This is 20? Okay. Oh, I was doing something on my alt that I should do. I have to get a pink insignia bag. I said, it's one of those things where it feels like the genre is kind of outgrowing me at sometimes. So there's not a lot of things I'm up to date on that I probably should be. Pink insignia bag. What am I gonna get from this? Oh, it's untradeable anyway. That sucks. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, it's tradeable shareable. Yo, Kara. I just opened the pink insignia bag and got a Gormagos. Gormos. Yo, that's what's up. I got my Gormos. Hey. Hell no, I ain't selling. What the hell is wrong with you? I love you too. You're not getting my Gormos. Yo, she has gotten a Gormos and an Andres recently. You put those in the storage. That was definitely worth my
my battle pass.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, so I gotta upgrade this Gormos in my equipment right now. So I'm gonna take the Gormos. That's what's up. I'll go to gear. I think it belongs in my pants. That doesn't sound right, but yeah, I think it belongs in my pants. So initial Gormos gives 2%. Okay. I probably shouldn't stack it. Well, no, I should, because Gormos is one of those that you don't get the levels unless it's stacked. So I'm gonna end up doing this. Wait, level up, right? We're gonna take our other Gormos, put it right there, and we're gonna sacrifice this Golem and level up. So my Gormos is now leveled. Yeah. I mean, if it goes in my pants and I'm replacing my pants. Yeah, Gormos. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I need one more Gormos.
Said, have you ever heard the book, The Will to Keep Winning by Daigo? No, I didn't know Daigo wrote a book. I did not know Daigo wrote a book. I mean, I do know of Daigo, but I have not. What does it say? Buenos. Gameplay canciones horrible. Edito parkour la rola. So, hold on. Is he shitting on me? Hold on a second. Somebody just left a comment, and I want to translate this comment because I want a good laugh. I think this person's calling me trash. Hold on here. Let me go to Google Lens. Translate this Spanish comment. Let's translate it to English. Let me see here. So I'm gonna do this. And where's translates? Visual match, homework, all products. Asked about this image. Why y'all make things so difficult, man? I just want to simply translate the thing. He said good gameplay, horrible songs. Edited because the song against the gunner was good. Okay, I'll take that. Hold on, let me reply to him real quick. Let's see. Where do I go again? Here. That was a good laugh. I'll do it later. It's so hard to navigate this thing sometimes. Oh wait, I could just do it from here. Slap my ass off. I'll take that. I'll find some better songs next time. But okay, so let me get back to this chat here. Probably. I mean, I probably would. Let me see. I've read about it.
I'll look it up later. I didn't know that God wrote in a book. I read in a book though. I've seen him and Justin have kind of come a long way from their I want to say just basic gamer roots. I think the last time I saw Daigo, he had an arcade stick. He had started the arcade stick brand. I think that's the last thing I remember being up to date with him about his arcade stick brand. What do I need to do? Do I have a run left on this character? I don't think I do. I think I did all. I did all of them on my main character already. Crap. That sucks. Do I have enough to do the crafting I wanted to do? I have 77. I could make my hat right now if I want.
I could make my hat if I want.
Yes. Honestly, that Evo moment, kind of that Evo moment was a cultural thing. Like, there's no way you could say you were a remotely social gamer, and you did not learn about Justin and Daigo from that moment back then. What should I be doing? I should be doing Golden Fleece, but I can't do it right now because I wouldn't be able to focus. I already... Oh! The pet. No, I got it to 15 already. There's not much I'm going to be able to do about the pet right now. I can work on this pet, but there's no point in that right there. I need those. These are level 12 already. This is level... You know, I'll pump that. Why not? I'll pump it again. I will pump it again. Oh, okay. That works. Y'all gonna offer me pet food?
No, I'm good.
Is mining open? Yeah, I'll go do my mine wars. You trying to get the baby to sleep? Huh, good luck. No, I can't say there's any I play currently. I have usually I usually like to catch games, like, I want to say, from the beginning. If I'm interested in playing a competitive game, I don't really like games where the meta develops like ahead of me and I end up having to play catch up. I like to learn things as they're developing. So at the moment, there's no games I currently play competitively. That's why I kind of set my sights on the league game, because one, I love Yasuo, and I think it's a good starting point for me to jump back into something competitive, should I get the chance. But if there is something that you know of that maybe I'm currently not aware of or paying attention to, feel free to suggest it. And I'll look into it, because I do like to have a competitive game on hand. That's the thing. It's always fun for me to be able to, like, practice something. And I mean, I guess technically even this is a competitive game because it has PvP, and the PvP is actually very competitive. So that's kind of why I haven't been paying attention to other competitive games, because I enjoy the PvP of this game a lot. But as far as like a console competitive game, I don't have anything at the moment. Nah, see, it's funny because this is probably like the one area we're gonna majorly differ in, but I hate shooters. The reason I dislike shooters, I never had a problem with shooters when I was growing up. Like I used to love GoldenEye, and I actually liked the first 2 Halo games, but then shooters became overly popular, overly saturated, and it kind of did that thing where it gained an audience that wasn't really gamers, but they kind of took over the topic of gaming, and it was like that for at least 15 years. So I just generally avoid shooters because I don't like the people that play shooters. Very stereotypical of me. I know I'm overgeneralizing, but I generally just don't like shooters because I don't like the people that play them. So I've avoided shooters almost all my life because of that. Even though technically I don't mind the genre, especially hero shooters. I think hero shooters are a cool genre. I just don't like the people that play them. But you said you were you were pretty high up in Apex, so I'm guessing that you play at least Apex a lot. I was originally interested in playing Overwatch in the beginning, because I wanted to play Genji. But there's just a lot of things I don't agree with nowadays that surround gaming, and the community that plays Overwatch, and the socially acceptable group that plays Overwatch. I don't like being around those people, so I just tend to avoid avoid the games that crowd those kinds of people. But Overwatch was definitely a game I wanted to play when it first came out because I wanted to play Genji. But I never did. Apex, I downloaded Apex on my Switch one time, but I've never played it. Fortnite, I never played Fortnite. I never played Fortnite. What else is popular as a shooter? I never played PUBG. I never played. Yeah, none of them. The last time I really gave a shooter a try was legit like. I've never even played a Call of Duty game. Well, that's not true. I played Medal of Honor, like the OG Medal of Honor back on Xbox. That's the last time I played Call of Duty, was Medal of Honor. I did not play any of the more recent ones. My younger cousins, like, whenever I heard about Call of Duty, I was around Call of Duty, it would be my younger cousins playing it. And there's just something when you're in an older age group and you see certain younger age groups, the way they play and talk about certain games, it naturally just makes you want to avoid it. and I'd always see my younger cousins talking about Call of Duty, especially because I know they're not gamers, but they love Call of Duty, and the way they get about it just makes me feel. It made me feel like, and once again, generalist and judgmental of me, but the way they were behaving about it, I'm like, ain't no real challenge in that game. The only reason y'all find it challenging is because it's a whole bunch of non-gamers playing the same damn thing. So for that reason, I just had a natural bias against playing Call of Duty for no real reason. But even then, even if I was to give Call of Duty a try now, I don't think it's something I would like. Actually, no, there was a couple of shooters I played since that I actually did like. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? There was like, okay. There was like 2 shooters I played since, I want to say, in the last 10 years that I did like. And funny enough, one of them is Splatoon. The other one is not a Nintendo game though. The other one is a more standard popular shooter game, but I don't remember what it is. But there was another shooter that I played that was mostly popular that I actually did enjoy playing. I just can't remember what it is at the moment. But FPS, I think I have more of a problem with FPSs than shooters, to be honest. I think it's the FPS genre in particular I have an issue with, not necessarily shooters. I can understand that. That's respectable. I think that's actually very respectable. I think the only issue, my personal issue is because I'm technically from a generation prior to you guys. I'm gonna say you guys because I'm assuming you're like probably maximum 25, right? And gaming wise, I want to say I'm in a generation ahead, so it's just that natural thing of like people from a different generation disliking the thing that the younger generation behind them is doing. Can't say there's a good reason for it, but I think that's it. Being that had most of those games come out when the environment was less how it is, I think I would have at least given them a try. I would have at least had given those games a try, but because of the bias, I just never did. What the fuck? Boy, if you know what's good for you, you won't do that again. If you know what's good for you, you will not do that again. Matter of fact, I'm about to make you regret doing that in the first place. I'm about to make you regret doing that shit in the first place, fam. I gotta fight you and the damn robot. You proud of yourself for that, bro? Okay, my skill reset. Hold up. Hold up. As I said, I will make you regret doing that. Please. Anyways, let me go turn in my shit before I lose it. Haha. I've reached my personal mining goal just from being here for that much time. Now, you see, he's gonna want to come back to get revenge, right? He's going to want to come back to get revenge. Now I can go about this two ways. I can stay and let him come back and attempt to get revenge, or I could just leave and make him upset that he didn't get the chance. Because see, he came back. He's right there. He thinks that he's gonna have the chance. Where's my dash? I want to take him outside because he's afraid to come out here because he doesn't have the robot to help him. So now he thinks he's gonna have the chance to do something, and unfortunately for him, I'm not gonna let that happen. Oh my god. Woo. Yo, getting jumped is not fun, bro. Getting jumped is not fun. But let's see. Are they brave enough to leave the safety of their zone? Do they want to come out here and scrap? Oh yeah, 17. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing. I'm 32, so like I said, vastly different generations. Yo, homeboy left? Oh nah, he didn't leave. They just want to scrap in the safety of their own home. Come on guys, let's scrap outside. I gotta change my camera angle. It's really restricting in here. I can't see above the hill. You know what? Hold up. I'm gonna be smart, right? I'm gonna go around the side. Because I have better visual if I go around the side. I won't have to deal with the top-down camera thing. It's not this one, it's another one. But I think it's like up here. Around here. I'm gonna go around this side. I'm gonna catch them without them realizing that I'm coming through. Are they there? Yeah, they there. Oh, them fuckers are. They together. They together. Oh, y'all are some bitches. Oh my god. Y'all are trash. Hold up. Can I lure them out? You know what? Nah. Screw it. I got my ult. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go deep. I'm gonna go deep. They're jumping me. There's like 5 of them there. Jesus, bro. Y'all are so buns. There's so many of y'all. Y'all don't even want to have the fight. Whatever, I'm leaving. I did my shit here already anyway. Bums. Wait, there was somebody else that was there with me? Persnickety? Well, Persnickety had died, so that's unfortunate. Oh,
apparently he didn't.
Yeah, there's PvP. No. This is actually a PvP focused game. I just want to get him. Just let me get him, Lord. You know what? The robot is also pulling my targeting because he keeps hiding around the robot. Alright, you know what? Forget that. If I want a PvP, I'm going to go to real PvP. Because I'm not even on my PvP setup for this place. So let me leave and let me actually go do actual PvP so you can see what that's like. So let me change to my PvP tab. Well, my skills are actually different. And then I will go to ranked. Let me go to the practice grounds first. I gotta adjust my stuff, my muscle memory and stuff to actually PvP here. All right. That's that trick. If I do, let me reset. Okay. You gotta practice. You know how it is with fighting games. You gotta practice the text before you actually go into the match because your muscle memory might not be warmed up. Okay. So actually, hold up. It's, oh wait, no. I'm supposed to do something like that, but it takes a lot of energy to pull that off. Yeah, that's about good. All right, I'm probably gonna lose a bit because I don't PvP when I talk, because you know it breaks my focus. But you'll at least get to see what it's like. Solo watch. Let's see, I'm in what, diamond at the moment? Oh, Solace. Oh, Solace. What the hell? Oh. And that's what PvP is like in this game. Hey, you still have 5-match win streak though? I don't want to ruin it, so I'm not gonna play anymore right now. Actually, I'll play on my alt. That way, I don't risk my my mental health on my main character, because I'm trying to rank to master this season. So let me see where I'm right now. Right now, I'm diamond 5, so I'm right here. I'm trying to get to master. Yeah, trust me, it's a lot harder than it looks. I just know how to fight that class fairly well. But and to be fair, he could have got me a little bit better. He could have. Let me do it from this class. This is my Starbreaker, which is my alt. Let me change my skills over to my PvP skills. And then let me go to arena and go to practice so I can remember what my skills are. I used to love Melty Blood. Melty Blood was a game I played when I was younger. Let's see. Donkey Punch. Okay. Shoryuken. Okay. So what they usually do, I've seen, is there's just one running skill, right? So that's not the run I'm thinking of, is it? No, that's not the run. I'm assuming the run is, oh, the run is that? So it's running and then no. Let me see, skills wise, what skills am I missing? Is there another skill that could be useful? Not that, not that. It's like a running grab. I've seen them use sometimes. I might already have it, but I think I don't know how it functionally looks at the moment. Not that one. I think I already have it. I think it's this one. And it's such a short distance though. So I'm assuming it's this. Actually, yeah, it looks like that. So it's the first hit of my skill 1 on this button. So if I was to do... Wait, so this is currently right here. That's there. So it's actually number 3, right? So it would be something like... Uh, 1 and then 3. Okay. Alright, so that gives me an idea of what I'm trying to do. Do I play many gachas? No, I don't. I've played gachas since gachas first came out, but I usually play one game for many years. So when gachas first came out, one of the first games I played was Terra Battle. This was maybe like 2 years, like from when gachas first started. Prior to that, there was a couple of games that I dabbled with, but I wouldn't say I really played. Then I played FFBE. I played FFBE for maybe like 2.5 years, or about that time, 2.5 years, I think. I played Dragalia. I played. There was a couple of other games like Summoner's Wars and stuff like that. I touched mildly, but I never really played for long. What else? Saint Seiya. I played for like 5-6 years. I left Saint Seiya to play Wuwa, so that's pretty much up to current. This is technically a gacha / an MMO, but I usually play. I feel like you'd like DBZ yet. You're talking about DBZ Fighters? Yeah, I play Fighters. I played Fighters. I stopped playing Fighters. Like, I think after like the waiting for the second set of DLC, it was when I just kind of like lost interest. At the time, I think I stopped playing around the time I started playing Smash Ultimate. Yeah, I stopped playing around the time I started waiting for Smash. I think when Smash Ultimate came out, I dropped Fighters to play Smash. I think that's how it went. Usually the only reason I stop playing a fighting game is to drop it for another fighting game. Kiyomishi. Okay. Damn, I have not mentally switched over to this character, and it's costing me. Yeah. Let's see, what's what again? This is number 3 is the grab. Nope, that was a bad choice. Yeah, no, number 4 is my grab. Number 3 is my dash punch. So that's number 3. Okay. Alright. I did the double dash. Okay. So number 2 is the charge punch. Wait, number 2 is my dash punch into my uppercut? Or is it uppercut first? Uppercut into... What's number 2? The charge up? Is number 2 the charge up? Number 2 might be the charge up. Nah, I think I'm too old for it at this point. Like, I have a 2-year-old. I have a ton of shit that you kind of just don't have the time at a certain point. You just really don't. That's why I will play a competitive game, I want to say, for like the personal satisfaction of getting better at it. But I can't really do it to go quote-unquote pro anymore. Oh. So he wants to play like that. I wait for my bars to come back. Flamethrower is gone. That's good. That's gone. That's good. Ah, that was bad. That's good. Oof. Ah, that's not good. And he's dead. Yeah, no. That the going pro thing, I had the mentality for it when I was in my early 20s. I don't have that anymore. Plus, the amount of time I used to have to spend practicing, bro. Sometimes I'd be in the training room for like the whole day. Let that catch me. I hate fighting this class so much. It's one of the cheesiest classes to fight. Oh. Okay, I don't have any dashes at the moment. Let's see. That's his ult. Of course he would sit there and bait the ult. Bitch. That was bad. I got my buttons mixed up. What? That didn't hit? That's a lie. That's a... Oh, he has bad network connection. No wonder. Okay. Because I'm like, ain't no way that wasn't supposed to hit. Okay. I hate fighting this freaking class, especially on a class that I'm not used to. Choose Chariot's chest and pants. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to need a way. Hold on, I'm trying to focus. I'm going to need a way to try to get in on this guy. I have no idea how they do it on Starbreaker because they have gap closers, but really? 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 Of course. This is just difficult to do on this damn class. I would have had to get super dodges. I think I would have had to get super dodges. When I tried to bait them, he was too laggy.
You said when I played Brawl, I'm inputting and thinking so much, my heart beat me crazy. Yeah, that's the thing.
When I play fighting games, I tend to have a lot of anxiety. So my preferred way of playing fighting games is like without anybody around, because it's very difficult to try to think, be in the moment, and also maintain like a second train of thought. And I have like a lot of anxiety, so when it comes to timing based things, I have to constantly like hold myself back, hold myself ready to press things at the right moment and not get panicky. My issue right now is I'm really having trouble remembering what this class does on these buttons. Okay, so he used up skills. He got jumpy for that reason. Yep, got him. Come on, boy. Come on. You wanna fight, right? You wanna fight, right? You wanna fight? 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 Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no,
It was not nice. He popped his escape. It is mad fun. It is extremely fun. But you know how it is in fighting games. You know what it's like when you pop your escape in DBZ fighters, and somebody catches you in a combo. He pops his escape. Is that the same person from before or somebody else? Oh no, it's a different person. I need to figure out how to deal with this damn class. I think they have a... Okay. Okay, so... I gotta let him burn out things. Nice. That's the moment. That's the moment to get in there. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh my lord. I messed up. I got too greedy. I got too greedy. Where you going? I pop... Huh? Yeah? You pop something? Oh my gosh. Not good. Not good on my end. If I can get a perfect parry, I can jump in on him. But he knows I'm waiting for a parry chance. He knows I'm waiting for a parry chance. He knows. He's not stupid. He's trying to bait me into that box thing. So I'm trying to... Yep, there we go. I'm walking in and walking out of range. Yep, And then now he's going to try to bait me into an ult. Oh, nope. I'm too smart. I'm too smart. Get the f out of here with that, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm too smart, but I'm not good. That's the issue. I'm too smart, but I'm not good. It's not mutually exclusive. Come here. Come here, let me talk to you, bro. Where you running? Why are you running? Chill, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was a mistake, fam. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I won't do it again. I'm sorry. Nope. Come on. Come on. I'm just playing, bro. I'm playing. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. I knew you were gonna try that shit. No. Oh no.
I messed up. Yo, good looks, bro. I appreciate your company, though. Big facts. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hopefully, I'm gonna catch you again. I'm gonna be working on some more stuff this week, so you'll probably see some new war videos. Actually, at least one for Lupa. I can't make any promises past that, but at least one for Lupa. I suck on this class. I need to get better. It's just funny because I did so well the first season with it, but then I just kind of like, why do I fight so much of these damn... Okay. I need to figure out what their gap closers are. So number 3, number 1, technically number 4 are gap closers. I could have jumped on him right there. I could have, and I should have. I did a very bad combo right there. That was poor. I gave up all of my energy for no reason. I literally thought that the grab was gonna be an air grab, but I forgot there's something different in the air. What? How did... I tried to dash, but it didn't go. Okay, so I popped this whole toolbar there, technically. No, that was greed. That was greed. That was greed. That was greed. He's trying to be funny? What the hell? You using that skill in PvP? It's interesting. You trying to play me in 2024, Prince? You trying to play me in big 2024, Prince? You trying to play me in big 2024, Prince? You trying to play me in big 2024, Prince? You trying to play me in big 2024, Prince? You trying to play me in big 2024, Prince? Oh, I should be saying big 2025. I forgot my year. Yo, you brave. Oh, I need to land a good combo in on him. He's a little jumpy. He is. I'm gonna need to land a parry into some form of a gap close. Damn. That was not it. Oh, this is it. This is it.
Like a meteor.
Oh no. Got me with that. My man's left. Yo, you seen these matches, Tierney? You know watch my matches? Hmm? What? That range is ridiculous. I gotta learn how to do that. What the flip? Oh my god. I literally pressed my key before and it didn't give me the man. Ah. Yeah, I suck with this class versus itself. I don't know how to fight them with their own class. I gotta learn how they do that dash thing. It looks different than the moves I have, but maybe it's canceling one of them. I mean, technically that's horrible on his part. I could easily punish him for that. Mm-hmm. You bastard. Big 2023. What the heck? Oh my god, I pressed the wrong thing. I really pressed the wrong thing. How did I manage to press the wrong thing? Ma'ulim. 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 Look at that. Look at that. Hmm? Look at that, big boy. Yeah? Yeah? Oh. What? Yeah, I'll go get it. I'll go get it. What the heck? Ooh. Alright guys, this is where I take a break. I will catch y'all later. Thanks for stopping by.